Okay. Okay, let's try it now. So I've been trying like all day to do this live feed, um, and the signal hasn't been coming in. So now I'm finally back up at my house, and we'll see if it works this time. And then the last time I was like slightly inside, and the lighting was crap. So, anyways, hopefully this time. So disengaging from linear mindset, of course, because that is, I believe, the main topic for humanity right now at this point in the evolution of our species, de-evolution, or wherever, or whatever, however words you want to use, it doesn't matter. White Buffalo Calf Woman does not speak English language anyway, so just placeholders with all the words and everything. Got to remember that too. Let's see here. So, recognizing commonalities that we all have on the path of being human, and looking at those and talking about those, and comparing notes to what have you encountered on your journey and what have I encountered on my journey, and get people talking about things like this, so we have some real humanity happening, and also comparing what happens naturally versus some man-made linear mindset, some man-made delusions and fantasies that people like to kind of perpetuate without regard to the natural world and natural cycles. So we want to figure out what's wrong with us, straight up. People have some major challenges, but we can overcome them. Of course, it's not done till it's done, and for every challenge there's a solution. Some just speaking in general, general laws, natural laws, and of course everyone's heard, where there's a will, there's a way. So, engaging growth can make everything change. If everyone would engage growth and understand the value in that, and how fulfilling that is, then everything would be good. Can you hear woodpecker in the background? Alright, anyways, I got the creek and birds and stuff, so distracted. A few cars in the background too, but hey. So this disengaging from linear mindset is it's lessons on instant gratification and intentional meditation. And what prompted that is was talking to somebody about Oshedi, Sokoe, Standing Rock Camp, and how beautiful everything there was. And now that physical element is gone, people are starting to maybe slide back into their old routine, or kind of get lost. And if you look at, there's many other lessons in that too, and like you could look at the hippie movement, and those are big big segments of population. But also we could look at individuals, and everyone's been someplace where they've had something that was really, really beautiful and then lost it. And I think there's a part in the Dreamkeeper movie. By the way, if you haven't seen it, you got to see it. But the part in the Dreamkeeper movie where they say, everyone has to lost what they've loved sometime. It is the way. But if we look at that lesson, and that seems like something that happens across the board for humanity. Everyone finds something that's really beautiful, and then it it goes away. And if we think about our personal development, but there's a lesson there. See, that's the thing, and we get our lessons, right? And that's what makes it okay, and that's what allows us to grow, right? So we have to have faith in the path, and we have to have faith in our ability to um, to learn from our lessons, even if we don't understand them. And that's I think one of the main things that really the deeper personal development is all about, is looking back on over and we say, well, what did I do? What did this person do? What are all the circumstances? And then above all that, it's like, but to understand that it's all part of a learning process, and to embrace that. And it's like, none of us would be here where we are in our personal development now if we haven't gone through what we've already gone through, right? So that's like something to embrace. And talking about intentional meditation, not something to hold on to and meditate on. Some of these truths, some of these things that we accept as the truth, and some of these things that help us grow. These are the things that we want to meditate on. So when I say meditate in this instance, I'm saying to let these concepts just really resonate with us. And to have, and if we say have faith in the path, and to know that no matter what's happened, and to consciously think when we're going through a tough time, that we know that, but X amount of time down the line, we can actually be grateful for that tough time, and the lessons we learned. I mean, I wouldn't trade where I'm at right now for anything. Where I'm at is beautiful, and my life's constantly got better, And, you think about people that say, back when I was a kid, and reminisce about the good old days. It's like, shit, well, you're doing something wrong, because, I think the good days are always where we're at now and in the now. And the people that live in the now and that do their personal development, life keeps getting better. And so, I think it's important to talk about that and keep, empowering people to live these lessons. But getting back to that, the classic, love and lost, or to be in a place that was really beautiful, whether it was a good business space or whatever it was, whatever the thing in our life was great, or things in our life that were great and then went away. I think that the life lesson, the human path lesson, the big picture lesson, is that we're supposed to keep those times in our hearts and hang on to them and meditate on those and keep them with us. And like, that's a lesson on meditation too, to be able to keep something like that and just hold on to it, and just hold on to that idea. And if we think about just all the benefits of that, if people can do that, if people can hold those good times through everything, and hold it in, or just embody that and bring it forward, that into life, and I think that helps make our being, and it helps us spread that energy, that contentment, that fulfillment out. And then also, the law of attraction, that helps us attract more. I mean, obviously we've got a cycle, we've got to go through cycles, and that's a natural thing. But, and if someone was to say, well, these good times, these times of love, these times of abundance were on the top of the cycle, but then the bottom of the cycle, it's not like the top and bottom in linear mindset. It's ebb and flow, and then there's lessons from ebb too, and there's that's like time to reflect, that sort of thing. So I just want to throw that in there. But I think that to be able to hold on to these good times, it's like we get, like, a good time is like a little tease, and then it's taken away. But again, what's the big life lesson there? And so to be able to hold that and meditate on that, maybe that is the life lesson. And what if everyone was to do that? We'd have more of these good times. Plus, everyone would know how to recreate that. What did we learn from this past love, from Ochedi camp, from the hippie movement? What are things that we learned? What are our takeaways? Now, how can we take everything that we know and keep meditating on that and keep growing that and bring it forward and help create new experiences? So anyway, that's disengaging from linear mindset. So that's opposite of then the linear mindset is that instant gratification, as it were. They want to hang on to, these times, and like smother these times, these good moments, and they're just fixated on getting that good moment or being in that good moment, as opposed to being able to create that good moment, right? If we embrace these good moments, we can help create them and create them again and recreate them. But the linear way is this get, have, commoditize, achieve, own, for people to get into a good situation and then want to grab onto it and like possess it, or maintain ownership of it when they're not feeding it. Once people get to a certain place, if they don't have that real cyclical mindset, they have a tendency to be like, oh, okay, I got it, I'm okay, and not understand everything that it took to get there, or everything that it takes to maintain that situation. So that's the disengaging from linear mindset. So the comparative, the linear mindset, the colonial mindset is all the get and commoditize and ownership without actually doing the work, without understanding what it takes to develop everything, really. That's why we're all screwed up, is because we've got the colonial mindset trying to push their delusions around on everybody. But that's falling by the wayside, because it's not, wrong doesn't work. Just plain ass doesn't work. So that's another good one to meditate on, and having faith that the good way, the right way, those kind of things actually are sustainable, and sustainable mindsets. And what do we say? We say growing sustainable mindsets. Growing. What do I say? What do we say? Not mindset. Growing sustainable thought process. That's what it is. Growing sustainable thought process. So there's disengaging from linear mindset and sustainable thought process. See, because a mindset is obviously static, and a thought process is obviously dynamic, and implies the dynamic. So let's see here. Ryan, Chelsea, Aubrey. I can't see the rest of it. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for watching. Sometimes I see people pop up, but I just do this to try and flesh things out, and then then I can write about it later or something. But I just do it to kind of put some stuff out. So I think that was it. Intentional meditation, disengaging from linear mindset, and the identifying life lessons, and that one particular one, how do we go forward with times that were precious, and how do we keep those in our heart, and still spread that energy around, even though the physical representation of that might be gone. How do we keep that, and keep all that alive, and recreate it and regenerate it, and that's that kind of thing. So anyway, that's about it. So hope all 2 or 3 of you that are watching are having a good day, and take care.